channel. It's been a while, I know. So today we're going to dive deep into a topic that can truly transform not only your personal life, but also your family lineage. So let's get started. So using your human design chart, and if you don't have it, click the link below in my description box, and you will be able to find that link to build your chart. So by using your human design chart to heal those generational trauma, and the topic that is really close to near and dear to my heart, because many of us know we often carry emotional wounds, patterns, and beliefs that aren't even yours. And these have been passed down through generations and generations. And with these tools like human design, you have the power to identify, heal, and break those cycles. So in this video, I'm going to guide you step by step through how you can use your human design chart as a roadmap to unlock and heal those deep-rooted generational patterns. So grab a cup of tea or coffee or whatever you drink, find a comfortable spot, and let's dive in. So first things first, let's talk about what human design is. And if you haven't watched my other videos, I'm just going to give you a very Cliff Notes version of that. So those of you that are new to it, human design is a system that combines ancient wisdom from the astrology, the I Ching, the Kabbalah, and the chakra system with modern science. So like quantum physics and genetics. So in the result, it's a unique chart based on your birth information that gives you a blueprint of your energy dynamic and how you were designed to operate in this world. So that's lies where your strengths are, where your weaknesses are, where you're most vulnerable, where conditioning comes from, so we can decondition those throughout our time together. So now let's talk about generational trauma. I'm referring to the emotional patterns, the fears, the limiting beliefs that have been passed down from generation to generation. These may include anything from financial struggles to patterns or maybe even emotional suppression. This could be relationship dynamics or even health issues. Often, these patterns operate below our conscious awareness, that they affect how we live, how we work, and how we even are in relationships with others. The beauty of human design is not only it shows you where you've been conditioned by your environment or upbringing, but it also helps you heal those patterns by aligning with your true selves. So let's explore how you can use your chart to start the healing process. So the first step is understanding your defined centers. And this is what a defined center looks like. And this is what an undefined center looks like in your human design chart. These centers represent the different aspects of the energy bodies and how you interact with the world. And I want to preface, defined centers are just the colored in centers. So defined centers are the ones that are colored in your chart. This represents areas where you have consistent energy and where you reflect your natural strengths. So right now, pull your chart, look at your chart and see where your defined centers are. Our undefined centers, which are white, are where you are open to outside energy. This is often where you're most vulnerable from conditioning from others, especially family members and the environment that you grew up in. So when it comes to generational trauma, it's often in our undefined centers where we hold on to those patterns that aren't truly ours. And they could have been passed down from ancestrals, from our parents, grandparents, etc. This is all passed down from us. So for example, if you have an undefined emotional solar plexus, you may have inherited emotional sensitivity from your grandparents or your parents, and you might feel emotions more intensely or absorb the emotions of others without even knowing how to fully process and release them. This can lead to a pattern of people-pleasing, emotional avoidance, or even anxiety in relationships. So, by understanding these centers and even your partner centers or even your parents or kids, you can start to unravel those inherited emotional patterns and find ways to heal them. So one of the first steps in healing is simply awareness. So when you know a particular center is undefined, you begin to notice how you were influenced by your family dynamic or generational patterns, from where you can consciously choose how to respond rather than to react from that place of conditioning. The next step is to look at your specific gates in your human design chart. They are related to family patterns and ancestral healing. The gates in your chart represent the specific energies that you are consistently available to you in areas where you may experience challenges. One of the key family healing is gate 18. It's the gate of correlation. This gate is all about healing and improving systems, family dynamics that have been broken or dysfunctional. If you have this gate defined, you may have a strong urge to fix or improve your family or environment. But you may also carry the burden of perfectionism or feel a failure. So understanding this gate can help you recognize when you're trying to correct old family patterns and empower you to release the pressure of needing to fix everything. Another powerful gate for ancestral healing is gate 50, the gate of responsibility. This gate is tied to nurturing and taking responsibility for the well-being of others. If you have this gate, you might find yourself taking on too much responsibility of your family's emotions or physical health, which can create stress and burnout. But once you become aware of this, you can set healthier boundaries and focus on nurturing yourself. These gates offer a map for where your generational trauma may show up in your life. By understanding their influence, you can start taking the steps to heal these ancestral wounds and break free from the cycles that no longer serve you. One of the most powerful tools in human design is your strategy and authority. These are your personalized ways of making decisions that are in alignment with your true self, rather than operating from fear or conditioning. When you follow your strategy and authority, you allow yourself to move through life in a way that is authentic to you, rather than repeating old patterns. For example, if your authority is emotional, meaning you need to wait for clarity and avoiding making decisions in the heat of the moment. You can use this awareness to break free from the emotional reactivity that might have been passed down through your family, instead of getting caught up in cycles of anger, frustration, and emotional highs and lows. You can give yourself permission to take your time and find clarity. Following your strategy and authority is the most effective way to decondition from patterns that you inherited and start to live in alignment with your true design. It allows you to make decisions from a place of empowerment, breaking free from unconscious family dynamics. So let's talk about the process of deconditioning. This is a practice of consistently releasing the patterns, beliefs, and behaviors that have been conditioned into you by your family, your society, and your environment. Healing generational trauma isn't something that happens overnight. It's going to be a journey, but the more work that you put into it, the more freedom that you will find. There are more ways that you can support you this process, such as journaling about family patterns and noticing where they show up in your life, breath work or meditation, and here are some of mine for that can help you really suck energy in your body. Energy healing modalities that focus on clearing ancestral wounds, like the shamanic path, and just being in nature to ground your energy. All of these practices help you release the conditioning that has been passed down, and it brings you back into your authentic self and into your body. The next step is to use your profile. In human design, gain more insight into navigating relationships and family dynamics. Your profile is made up of 2 numbers, like 6'2" or 6'3". It reflects how you move through different stages of your life, how you learn, how you interact with others in the world. So let's dive into what it means for you if you have a profile, specifically a 6'2" or 6'3". So if you have a 6'2" profile, you're known as a role model hermit. The 6th line is all about the path of wisdom and the experiences in your life, and there's 3 distinct stages. The first stage is 0 to 30 years of life. During the first years of life, you've lived so much of your 3rd line, experiencing and learning through trial and error. This phase can bring a lot of growth, but a lot of challenges as you navigate your family patterns and personal experiences. The 2nd stage is 30 to 50 years of life. Around your Saturn return, you'll kind of move into an introspective phase. You'll begin to integrate the lessons that you've learned and take a step back to observe life. Learning generational trauma during this period can involve reflection, deep self-inquiry, and allowing you to break from the patterns that don't align with your wisdom. And the 3rd stage is 50 years of life plus. You step into your role as a true role model. By this time, you've gained the wisdom to guide others, and your healing work becomes a beacon of transformation for your family and your community. Your healing of generational trauma can inspire others to do the same. The second line, the Hermit. Crave solitude to recharge. You might have the inherited family patterns of feeling the need to perform or be social when you're just completely exhausted. Understanding that it's okay to retreat and honor your need for alone time can help you break the cycle of overextending yourselves to others. Now, if you have a 6-3 profile, you are also a role model, but you have an extra twist of the third line, which is all about trial and error. So a 6-3 profile can even be more intense in the early years of life as you consistently experience and learn through your experiences. So the first stage, 0 to 30, and this stage, the 6-3 can feel like life is a series of highs and lows, full of rich experiences that often come from repeating lessons. This also might feel like you're consistently trying to break free of family patterns and beliefs that don't serve you. And this can be very frustrating and chaotic. But remember, these early years are all about learning and growth. The second stage is 30 to 50 years, and as you approach your Saturn return, you might start to lift away from the trial and error stage and begin to integrate the wisdom that you have gained from your experiences. So you're most likely find yourself reflecting on generational trauma and patterns through this part of your life. And this phase is critical for releasing old traumas and stepping into your own authority. So now the third stage is 50 years plus. By the time you've reached this stage, you've gone through a profound transformation. You've learned to embrace those lessons of the past, and now you can be a role model in a new way of being for others. So as a 6-3, you become a living example of how to heal generational trauma through resilience and self-empowerment. So the third line in this profile means you are naturally here to experiment and learn by doing so. So don't be afraid to fail and make mistakes. These experiences are actually the keys to breaking generational trauma in your family. So both of these profiles, a 6-2 and 6-3, this is just an example of profiles I chose, are powerful for understanding family dynamics and healing generational trauma because they allow you to gain deeper wisdom from your life experiences. By understanding your design to move through your life, you can consciously heal and create new patterns, not just for yourself, but your future generations. So by working with your human design chart, you're doing so much more than just learning about yourself. You're healing generational trauma that has shaped your life, your family, and potential even future generations. So the more that you align with your true self, the more that you break free from conditioning that no longer serves you and you step into your full power. So remember, this is a journey. Healing generational trauma is an act of love and self-empowerment, and it starts with the awareness and intentional action. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with somebody that you feel that would benefit from this message and this content. Also, I love to hear from you. Comment below and let me know how your human design has impacted your healing journey. I love hearing from all of you. So if you would like my guidance, make sure you book a free 30-minute clarity call with me. The links are below in the description box. Until next time, keep embracing your power, keep healing, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now. If you found this video helpful, make sure you share it with a friend that might need to hear this. And also, if you like this video, check out these videos.